Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Chavi Gupta, your online mentor. In my recent counselings in the last 6 to 8 months, I have done a lot of counselings around finding jobs. A lot of people are struggling to find jobs right now and are actually working on their applications for job finding. There's one particular thing that I found common is just the questions around cover letters. Should I write a cover letter? If I should write, how long it should be? Should it cover the same things that I have covered already in my resume? How customized should it be? And so on, right? So there are a lot of questions that people have around cover letters in general. My recommendation is yes, you should write a cover letter. The main reason it gives, if a hiring manager reads through it, it gives a good perspective of what you are essentially going to bring. Obviously your resume is a reflection of that, but resume is a bit more formal where you cannot really talk about like the skills you have built or the things you like and so on. So the cover letter, or I can even call it like an introduction that you can put in an email if you're sending to an HR. So these things just help establish a personality to yourself during your application process. The second reason is that given the current job market scenario, everyone is applying to jobs left, right, center. Any job that they sort of, find that has some openings or something, they'll just apply, give their resume. So in the sea of resumes, you can separate yourself, you can just stand out a little bit if you add a cover letter to your whole application process. That essentially is the importance of cover letter. Now, what do you really write in a cover letter? What should you write? There are tons and tons of ways of what could be a good cover letter. And hence, what I am going to tell you is not the perfect or the right or the only correct way, but it is one of the ways you can write down your cover letter. So I have found that cover letters need not be very, very lengthy because then no one is going to read them. Okay. So try to maintain like around 3/4 of a page or less than 3/4 of a page for the length of the cover letter. I would give you one template which you can try. In my template, I like to think of cover letter as composed of 3 paragraphs. Okay, each of these paragraphs has its purpose. All of these paragraphs should be like 4 to 5 lines, one paragraph at most. Getting into details, the first paragraph talks about what have you done. Now over here, try to highlight your major accomplishments, try to highlight any awards, etc. you got. Anything that is very special that you did, which you are mentioning in your resume. All of these are things that you're mentioning in your resume, but in your resume along with like the 30-40 other points, these might get slightly lost. So talk about that one internship you did with a very good company, or one time you had an exposure abroad, or the fact that you got you were the youngest ever to receive some award or something. So talk about these things. Write down like your paragraph 1 is sort of overlapping with your resume, but it still talks about your major, I call it. For example, let's say if I had to write down a cover letter, I might say that I have vast experience in consulting and in the startup world, given that I have worked with clients in public and private sector and worked on developing like tech products. I can also go about and talk about my different scholarships or just my internship in University of Cambridge, or I could talk about the PNG case study that I did in IMA. So these are all examples. You don't need to fill it in a lot. That is why there's a limit of 4 to 5 lines. But this is one example of your paragraph 1. Coming to second paragraph, paragraph 2 now should talk about the skills that you have developed. Now, in the first paragraph, you said what you have done. Now, what has happened while you were doing those projects or achieving those things? What has happened? What has it inculcated in you? Over here, you can talk about I am great in doing stakeholder management, I'm great at communication, I have built skills in some particular language if you're going about software and so on, right? This is the place where these are the things essentially which do not reflect in your resume. In your resume, this is implicit. Like if you have drafted a lot of, let's say, business proposals, it is implicit that you are good at written communication. But there's no way in your resume where you actually go about writing that, right? So in this particular paragraph, talk about those skills. Talk about the different skills that you have built along, through whatever you have learned. Over here is also a good place to talk about different domains. Suppose you are interested in a particular domain. Let's say you are interested in SaaS companies to work with. So over here you can talk about that, given my previous exposure or experience, I have developed a certain liking and have developed expertise in SaaS companies. So this is the place you talk about your expertise, skills, and so on. Coming to the third paragraph, the third paragraph is the paragraph which definitely needs to be customized based on every single application that you're making. Okay. This third paragraph will talk about why are you interested in the job that you're applying for. Now, this could be related to the job profile exactly, that I'm interested in this. Let's say you are applying to, say, Amazon. So I'm interested in this because I see there's a lot of impact made on a customer side by working, in this particular role. Or you can talk about the company in general, that I really like to work in high-paced environments, and I think Amazon can be the one that can provide me with that. Or you can just talk about where you thrive, right? So you could write that I really like to work in challenging places and with people who are very smart, and I think your company is going to provide me that, right? This paragraph could be a little shorter than the other two, but this could also be 2 to 3 lines, and this should definitely be customized for every single place that you're applying for. So that's about it around cover letters. The whole thing should not, as I said, exceed more than 3/4 of an A4 sheet page. You should try to maintain so that someone can glance through and read through within like less than 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute. But writing down cover letters gives you clarity on what are the things that you are bringing to the table and what is it that you like for the company that you're applying for, as well as these just will make you stand out from the entire dearth of applications that are gonna be there. So yeah, that's about it. Good luck, guys. Keep on applying. I know job market is not great right now, but you'll get it. Find the right job, find the right fit for yourself, and good luck. See you soon.